One important part of housing goats is to keep their barn clean, and especially after the weather we've been having lately, lots of rain, they run out in the pasture and things get wet and soppy in there. So I'm going to share a quick video of how we clean our barns, and if you have any suggestions, I'm totally open to it. Something tells me there might be a better way out there, but this is what we do so far. And so without further ado, we have a wheelbarrow here that is dedicated to cleaning up the bedding. Like, we don't put anything else in that wheelbarrow. And I laid these rubber mats down here because the kids like to play out here a lot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the bedding out of this stall, move it over here, and then once I get it over there, I'm going to throw it in the wheelbarrow. There's another door out over here, another sliding door over here. So the reason I like these mats is because if I miss the wheelbarrow, it's easy cleanup. If it's on the ground, it's kind of hard to clean up, and the poop and stuff just mixes with the dirt, and it's kind of unpleasant to think of the kids playing in that. So yeah, the basic process is going to be, like I said, just you kind of come in and you see it's piled up back there. My wife has been in here cleaning up for them a little bit. So I'm going to clean this barn out with shovel and pitchfork. Those are the two tools of choice. Get a pitchfork that's nice and smooth, no rust, because then when you we use hay or straw for bedding, and so when you throw it off of the fork, it just slides right off. It's great. And then use the shovel to get everything you missed with the fork. So I finish with the shovel, start with the rake to get the big stuff out. And once you get all that up and out of here, I usually have to kick the goats out. Sometimes I let one hang out with me. But after you're done with that, a good thing to do is we take Damascus earth and kind of sprinkle it around the pen to kind of dry things up, and it kind of keeps, I think it kind of keeps the dries out. If there are any fly eggs or anything like that, it kind of dries that stuff up. But then once you got that down, the thing we do is we have a hay feeder box right here, and what we do is when they chew on that, the really fine stuff ends up in the bottom of this box, and it makes really good bedding. And so when we're done shoveling and sprinkling the Damascus earth, we take the rubble out of the bottom of this thing that they'll probably never eat and use that to sprinkle, and be sure to move like your water and stuff. Like, we usually keep a water bucket out here, but I had to move that because you don't want to accidentally get your bedding, your dirty bedding, mixed in with that. I don't bring the bedding over here, so I'm not worried about this. But yeah, I'll just show you quick how we do that. And like I said, if you have any better suggestions, I am totally open to hear it. I wanted to explain real quick another important reason, other than good hygiene for the goats, that we clean the barns, is because in the morning when you milk, or afternoon, if they're laying down in this stuff, it's a lot of, you have to work hard to clean their udder and stuff, so it just is better if it's clean. We had to install these secondary locks because one of our goats was getting smart enough to open the bolt. So just scrape it. Oh, that's thick. It was time. And we put concrete in here. We used to have another barn that had a gravel floor, and that was really hard to clean. I'll tell you what, I did not look forward to doing that. So we built this second barn strategically. We even designed the bottom of it so it can drain water. So we theoretically can hose this place out pretty good, pretty clean. Once you get to do that, and it's a nice spot. Okay, so that's one half of the barn done. Come on, girl. And like I said, sometimes this can go for longer between cleanings. Depends on how many goats you got in here, and well, what kind of weather it's been like. Alright, girl, you gotta move. Come on. Come on. How about all of you move? Now I'm gonna put all of you. I got this all myself. So I'll try and make quick work of this. Oh. And you don't have to clean all the hay out. Like right here up front by the hay box, there's a lot of clean hay that they just kind of pull out of the feeder. I made a classic mistake here. So I've pretty much got it all piled up in the corner now. So now it's time for the fork, and I accidentally left the fork all the way over there. So bring your fork with you, or put it somewhere where you can grab it on the other side of the fence. Alright, girls, we got... I do that every now and again. Okay, so I'm going to put it there so I can actually grab it. Hopefully nobody opens this while I'm out here. I'm just going to put that on there. Alright, you're the one. Okay, now it's time for the pitchfork. Never used a pitchfork before all this homesteading stuff. What did I have recently? Somebody tell me. Oh, burning brush. Another good use for the pitchfork. Good tool for using to grab branches and throw them back on the fire. Okay, but anyway. Oh, don't grab too much. At one time, this stuff can get heavy. So you come out here and... Oh, that one's heavy. Oh. Oh, my wheelbarrow's running away. I have never seen that one before. It's been raining a lot lately. Okay, so now I'm getting to the end. I got most of the hay. Now, sometimes I'll come out here and I'll clean this off too, depending on how bad things get. Oh, look at that, my work clothes. I forgot about those. You don't have any need to touch the poop with your hands, or the bedding, sorry. Alright, so then I'll put my fork here so I can grab it on the way back out. Then you finish up with the shovel. Okay, that's it. Now, like I said, sometimes you put this mat in here so they're not always walking in the mud in this little pen they got here, but I'll put this shovel here and I'll go out there and I'll grab the shovel and the rake and I'll clean up out there. And like I said, the next thing to do is to sprinkle some of that Damascus earth, just a little sprinkle, and then throw bedding on top. I'm not going to do the Damascus earth this time because we did it recently and maybe every other time or something, but I'm going to come in here and dig to the bottom. Sometimes you'll find eggs down in there. And you just sprinkle, just get a good clump in your hand and sprinkle it. You don't want clumps to fall on the ground. It's wasting hay. So now I'll open the door and put the girls back in and I'll get a little more for the other stall and we'll be done. I guess there is one more part of this operation, and that's wheeling the bedding to the dump pile. We need to figure out a better way to use that material, maybe compost or something, but right now it goes over the hill. Oh, and make sure you put your water back when you're done. Sometimes I forgot I left it out and the goats get thirsty. There must be a better way. Done.